see, am I muted? No, I'm not muted.
You're good.
No, I'm good.
Okay, let's start with Darnell and then Jeff.
Hey, Gav. Coach Pope was talking to us a little bit about offensive rebound, and he said that Caleb and Gideon have been absolute monsters in practice on the glass. Have you noticed that, and have you also noticed the added emphasis on you guys hitting that offensive glass?
Yeah, lately he's been just hammering, the offensive glass, saying we got to get there every time. And like you said, Gideon and Caleb are just relentless on the offensive glass. They just go every single time so hard. And so that's going to be a huge piece for us if they keep doing that and if everybody keeps doing that. So that's going to be, I think, a big emphasis for us moving forward.
Go ahead, Jeff.
So in a normal year, Gavin, you have your whole schedule laid out in front of you. You guys can look at it and things like that. In this case, with the COVID thing, I guess a lot of games we don't know yet or haven't been finalized. What's it like to go into a season just kind of with that uncertainty, or is it something you guys even think about or worry about?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been a big thing for us is just, we don't exactly, nothing's really set in stone at this point. We've seen that so far with, football and, games get postponed because the teams get, infections. And so we just got to play like we're going to have a normal season, even though it's not. But we just got to be the best team to be able to adapt to each situation because it's not going to be like we think. So we just got to be ready and just able to respond to whatever comes our way because it's not going to be what we think.
All right, who's got the next question? Go ahead, Jeff. And then Darnell.
How would you describe these first few weeks of practice? What are your impressions? What are you taking away? Have there been any surprises or anything from practice to this point?
I would just say it's been really super competitive every single practice. It just we actually have a winner's board for each drill that we'll do, whether it's ball screen defense or offensive sets, and we just get super competitive. And sometimes we got to kind of tone it down a bit because it gets a little intense. But I just say these first couple of weeks of practice, they've just been intense and they've been competitive as it can be.
Last year, Gav, you guys didn't have a real big team. I mean, you had a couple of bigs, but this year the team has got a lot more depth in the post position. How do you see that as an advantage, and how will you guys use that to an advantage?
I think just having, like you said, we have a big team. We have a lot of bigs that can, run the floor, get up and down, play defense. And so I think having that many bodies to rotate through, we're just going to be able to keep guys fresh and, push the pace like we do. And so that'll be a big advantage for us, having, that stacked lineup up front.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, Gav, I want to ask about one of your teammates, one of the new guys, who it sounds like from talking to Coach Pope, he's kind of sort of following your path a little ways, which I didn't necessarily expect from watching him in high school, and that's Caleb Lohner. What's he been like kind of on the court, off the court, and how's he fitting in with you guys?
I guess off the court, I mean, the kid, he's his own breed. He really just walks to the beat of his own drum. He's a really unique kid, super, super down to earth, hardworking guy. So he brings a great element of, uniqueness to our team. And as far as on the court, he's a beast. Like Coach Pope said, he crashes the offensive glass so hard, it's going to be a nightmare for teams to keep him off the glass. And of course, he's super athletic. He can bounce. And so he's just going to be flying all over the floor, creating all sorts of problems for the other team. He's just going to be really, really huge for us this year. I'm excited to see how he does.
Any other questions for Gavin? Oh, go ahead, Darnell. Last one.
Yeah. Hey, Gavin, could you tell us a little bit about Gideon George? He's another one of those guys that Coach Pope mentioned has been really doing some good work on the offensive glass.
Yeah, Gideon, he's like you said, offensively on the glass, he's a monster. And another thing that I think goes understated is just his ability to kind of see the game um, in slow motion. If you watch him play, he's like never in a hurry. And I think for young guys, that's not super common when they get to the next level. They're just always, head spinning all the time. They're confused. But with him, the game looks like he's taking it in really slow. And so he's just going to be really good for us, especially with his length and how active he is on defense. He's going to be huge.
Okay, I think that's it. Anyone else? Last chance. Okay, thanks, Gav.
All right.